Hey, how's it going? Happy Monday. That's right.
Happy Monday.
You guys have a good weekend? Yeah.
It's a great weekend. It's a great weekend.
Yeah.
You made it to Monster Monday. You made it to Monster Monday. So
Monster Monday. I like it. I know. I've been mobbing, bro. I love the mobbing. We be mobbing. I had to change my PFP.
I missed you guys.
Oh yeah.
We didn't do a show on Saturday and Sunday night.
Saturday and Sunday,
I didn't know what to do with myself.
Yeah. Sure.
I actually watched some football.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind of rare.
But
anyway, it was a good time.
Go jump on the space.
That's right. Space is there over there hanging out.
Jump up there and talk a little bit.
That's right.
I popped in there. I looked around a little bit and then.
But yes, mobbing's always going on. Always an awesome thing going on over there, right? A lot of energy. Cool to hear about all the different projects, what people doing. And yeah, man, just sharing love, right? Giving energy to platforms and people grinding and doing awesome things, right? So I mean, that mobbing thing, a lot of things going on. You're hearing a lot, creating different channels where they can mob in this group and mob over in this group, and then maybe come together for like a super mob. I don't know, man. A lot of cool stuff, and we just kind of checking it all out, man. There's a lot of cool things going on what they're doing over there. I like X, man. Like X is kind of, I'm getting into Twitter. Like even over there now, I just had to post up on the Jumbotron. I'm getting used to some more things over there because I'm used to YouTube over here, hanging out with you guys. So, what do you guys got anything news, or what you guys are doing today? I got one thing, news, and then we're going to hit it into SocialFi, man. Social finance. Yes.
I think I should get mine out of the way, right? Because this one, we've talked about stuff in the past where, picking your financial advisor and where you get your advice from.
Yes.
And I know we all hope and pray about some stuff, but this guy here, I'm just going to play this, and I think you're going to figure out what's going on real quick, but let's listen to this.
Caitlin and I are being charged in a civil charge from the Colorado Securities and Exchange Commission for basically selling millions of dollars worth of cryptocurrency that is deemed worthless by the state. Now, the reason that they're saying that it's worthless is because there is no exit for people who have bought. We launched an exchange. The exchange technology failed. Things went downhill, and from that point forward, we've just been waiting on the Lord, literally, for a miracle. So the charges are that Caitlin and I pocketed $1.3 million, and I just want to come out and say that those charges are true. So there's $1.3 million that's taken out of, I think it was a total of $3.4 million. But out of that 1.3, $500,000 went to the IRS, and a few $100,000 went to a home remodel that the Lord told us to do. Started is the Lord told us in 21 to walk away from our marketing company, and He said, "I'm going to do a new thing." And then He took us into this cryptocurrency. It was a different cryptocurrency other than index coin at the time. Well, that cryptocurrency turned out to be a scam. And so the Lord says, give that to them, but also give them a 10x. And I'm like, well, where's this liquidity going to come from? And the Lord says, trust me. Well, as money is coming in, we would be sowing it. And at first it was hundreds of dollars and thousands of dollars, then tens of thousands of dollars. Money would come in, we tithe, we sow, more money would come in. And so we were just always under the impression that God was going to provide, that the source was never ending, that God was doing a new thing, and that we had nothing to worry about. And we sold a cryptocurrency with no clear exit. We took God at His word and sold a cryptocurrency with no clear exit. And so the prosecutors have to take that and say, these people willingly sold a cryptocurrency with no clear exit. But we're praying.
Yeah. They're gonna keep on praying.
Wow.
But, when you, what's the saying when your barber starts giving you financial advice and all this kind of stuff? I mean, when your pastor is giving you financial advice, I guess you got to worry too. I mean, that there's faith, and then there's something else. But
definitely something else.
When it goes towards his home remodel, that's a tough one to swallow there. So be careful who you choose as your financial and spiritual advisor.
And be careful. You could see maybe the liquidity and all that kind of stuff too, right?
That's the beauty of the blockchain, right? You can find out where it goes. I mean,
only exit liquidity for him. Is that what it was?
I thought he was gonna get away with it when he said he paid his taxes, but that wasn't good enough.
No, that won't cut it. Don't cut it. But yeah, that's a tough one there. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But very, very wild. That's why you need a group. You need people. That's why I love our group, whether it's on Discord or over in X or here on YouTube. We're a lot of places like where we're all at, and you can always ask questions, bounce things up, some ideas, and you're gonna get really good answers, right? Sound like he's a
professional rugger that got caught. Yep.
He is.
Something like that.
Yep.
GM.
Yep, absolutely. GM, the professional rugger. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Did you say you had something you want to start with too, D-Ray, before we jump into it? Or
how do we top that? We might as well end the show on that. It's like, dude, you didn't even do church remodels. Like, come on.
He did his house. He said
he remodeled his own throne.
Didn't even do church remodel.
Yeah, they probably got a gravel parking lot at the church or something.
They probably got I bet you're right, dude.
It's people like that give religion a bad rap, right? I mean, it's crazy. But yeah, so we're talking about SocialFi tonight.
God told him to do it.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy. If you want to pull my little slide in that I looked up, talking about SocialFi. So some people are probably, before we get in Ray's take, this is where the sniper always comes in, because I'm good at relating stuff to people, because Ray will just go off on a tangent on all the techie stuff with it. Yep. So people are probably like, whoa, hold the train. Well, what is SoFi in the first place? So I found this cool slide. It's over on Binance, just explaining very simple what SocialFi is. So SocialFi, combining social applications with crypto. And I love it. It keeps it really simple, right? So SoFi or social finance is a combination of social media and decentralized finance, or DeFi is what we like to call it for short, within the blockchain and cryptocurrency ecosystem. SocialFi applications enable users to interact with social media platforms, curate content, and monetize their engagement through tokens or other value-based incentives. In 2003, SoFi applications have been a trending topic, with more users finding out about their benefits and use cases. So I thought this was pretty cool, easy way to break it down. It's just social media combined with DeFi. So it's a way to content creators to earn, but I'm hoping in the future it'll be a good use case for people that use it to earn rewards as well. So
yeah, no, absolutely. And it is like we're just touching the surface, just like what we talk about with Web3, and these things aren't all worked out, right? This is just the basic foundation of what all this could look like, right? And I think it's going to morph and have tremendous innovation going forward into the future that we really are not thinking about it. So yeah, this is what it's all about, is us kind of discussing it, everybody kind of starting to have an idea and comprehending it, and then we all kind of put our heads together and do these kind of things. But yeah, that's good, bro. Thank you. Before I do jump in there, I had one news piece, because you keep hearing people, what is going on in the Bitcoin and that whole market? What's happening? I thought the ETFs were going to do things. So FTX still in the news going on, even though my man's kind of probably in some nice jail cell doing his he's probably still got a laptop. I don't know. FTX sold about 1 billion of Grayscale's Bitcoin ETF, explaining much of the outflow. All right. So again, this is going on in real time, right? So in theory, now that FTX is done selling its substantial holdings, the selling pressure could ease, since the bankruptcy estate liquidating holdings is a relatively unique event. That's kind of past. I'm sure obviously that's what they obviously was sold for. But here it talks about investors have sold more than 2 billion worth of the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. That's what a lot of this outflow has been going with Bitcoin. Because obviously we see a lot of inflow coming in with the BlackRock and Fidelity and things like that. But there's been this other side of the outflow going on, and this is what it is. A large chunk of that exodus was FTX's bankruptcy estate dumping 22 million shares. Okay. A slew of spot Bitcoin ETFs began trading, as we all know, January 11th, after the Securities and Exchange Commission finally approved them following years of delays. But the Grayscale fund had already existed for a decade, structured as less attractive closed-end fund, and had accumulated close to 30 billion of assets when the SEC approved its conversion to an ETF. All right. So there's a huge outflow, right? I don't have the other thing of what I've been reading and hearing of the outflows that are also happening. Is there's a lot of other people that were in this trust, individuals and maybe companies and firms and things like that, but mainly individuals. They're also selling, everybody, because they got into it maybe when it was at the top, 60,000 Bitcoin, 55,000 Bitcoin. And you know what people do? It's called churn, where they go and sell it, and now they can use the loss as taxes, and then they can get right back into the Bitcoin ETFs that just launched for a better price, better fees, and now there you go. They're back into a better position. So there's a lot of things going on, and everybody, you need to realize, of course, people are trying to get into better positions, right? So that's a lot of what's going on that you see. And look, there's more things. We don't know everything, right? But there's a lot of that's going on where they're selling because there's a lot of people that bought at the top, and now they can get out, use the tax loss for their own benefit, and then get back into something like the ARK investments with a 0.25% fee, right? They would do that in a heartbeat at a lower price. So just saying, I want to start out with that. That was something that you can kind of at least understand why maybe Bitcoin's, touching again 40. I don't know where it's at. Like 40,000. Is that what it is? Yeah.
I think it's about 40, 41.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just add my 2 cents to that is that I remember when we were tracking, or the market was tracking Saylor's position for MicroStrategies, and they were like, oh, if it hits 17,000, he's gonna be his margin called and all this kind of stuff, and so his cost basis was 17, and they were talking about numbers that he was going to hit. But I think back then also they were saying that the average Bitcoin buy price, the average holding buy price was like 32, right? So if it's 32 and it takes a run up to 48, a lot of those people are going to take some profit, something off the table, because now they're in the black and they've been in the hole for a while, but it took that nice run up. So there's going to be people that sell out and take a little off the top, and then, like you said, take it out and look to buy in in cheaper places like ARK that has different fee structures. But there's a lot of stuff moving around. Everybody's getting in position for the halving and for what goes on afterwards. But they're all still setting up the game board now, because the game board has changed as of January 11th. So that was a big move, a big shuffle coming around. So yeah, but nobody here on this show has any doubts that there's a big bull coming down the road.
Sure, 100%.
The only person I've heard with any doubts is Jim Cramer. Jim Cramer, influencing people to sell.
The Jim Reaper.
Yes, the Jim Reaper. Yeah, do the opposite of him. That's not financial advice either. So there you go. The other thing that's obviously what the show is titled about is what is SocialFi, and I do. We got a couple of tabs, quite a few to go through because there is a lot here, and I think obviously many of us that watched the show or have been a part of our this kind of community that we're with, we do know it's social finance and kind of what that looks like, because we know decentralized finance and all the other FIs because there's a lot of them. Right. But this is just a beginner's guide, kind of going through what is social finance. I know Dusty kind of, he talked about exactly what we're about to say here, but SocialFi brings together the principles of social media and decentralized finance. The social platforms offer a Web3 decentralized approach to creating, managing, and owning social media platforms and the content generated by its participants. And that's a big deal because that has not happened ever before. I think there was a project, I don't know, Tim, maybe because we did like marketing stuff, but Steam It, it's similar. Like back in the day, they used to do that. If you were a content creator, they were giving you some kind of Steam It tokens, and I know it's changed, but there was a platform that was kind of doing that. And there's a couple of them. We'll touch on a few of them. There's a Portal token, there's Friend Tech, there's a couple of them that are doing it now. But the biggest one is obviously one that's near and dear to our heart, Monsters and Opus AI, right? But at the heart of SocialFi, applications are content creators, right? Influencers and participants who want a better control of their data. We all want to be able to control our data. I hope we do. The other big thing that really near and dear to my heart is freedom of speech. I don't think people really realize that it's a big problem right now, and I can't believe it's under attack. It's really one of the main things that separates us from a lot of other countries. The ability to monetize their social media following and engagement. Monetization typically happens in cryptocurrencies, while identity management and digital ownership are driven by NFTs, non-fungible tokens. So, that's a little, just touching on it, right? But there are challenges, right? The half of the world population is 58%. They spend an average of 2 hours and 27 minutes on social media. That's wild, man. I guess that we're a part of that. I mean, we're on X and YouTube, I guess. Huh?
I was going to say, they may not have included X on that, because if it has anything to do with these spaces, I'm sure that would be a higher number.
That would be. We're 24/7, right? Yep. Yet the attention, interactions, engagement, and data that gets generated is monetized by few centralized entities and their shareholders. We've talked about this for many, many years now. We come bum rushing into the internet. It was all free. We all loved it. Oh my God, look at this. This is amazing. Look at all this information. Wow, look, I can show my friends all my pictures. I can like their content. And we were all on these platforms because they were free. But yes, we built these amazing social media platforms. Trillions and trillions of dollars we've given to these centralized companies. And look, good on them. We've said that before. We don't hate on them, right? They saw the opportunity, they built the platform, and we used it. But here with Web3, we get another shot. We get another opportunity to take back that value that we create now, right? And that's the big, beautiful part of it, is now we get one more shot. And that's why this is serious, man. I'm tired of when you start looking across this entire space, you just keep seeing people doing the same old thing again. You see the same old centralized ideas. You see the same old centralized platforms being built, even though they say they're all about crypto and NFTs and all this. And it's not. It's right. It has these controllers and these people who think that they're the gatekeepers, right? So, that's what this is all about. The third challenge that Web2 applications have had is digital ownership and the ability to track ownership. This is particularly critical for creators and artists who share their work online, because that's obviously any of us have an issue with that. I know even on Spaces, I know we have some folks that don't even want to get up and talk about their amazing idea, right? That they might want to be building, whether it's on the Opus AI platform or whether they're doing it on YouTube or whether they're building a website. They don't want to get up and talk about their idea because they think somebody's going to go and take that idea and run with it, right? And there you go. That's valid. That's understandable. But when you're doing it on these type of Web3 platforms, right? It's all on chain, right? You're going to know. Think about the stamps, right? Just a bit, bam, right? This was my first patent, right? Is my idea. I claim this idea. Not saying that this is how it's going to work. I'm just telling you, it's all on chain, and you will always know the first iteration or whatever this idea, or you're the first one that rolled out this platform, or you're the one that created this artistic type content. It's always on chain. There's no fudging the numbers. So that's another thing that it solves. It's a great deal and a great problem solver there. But building blocks of SocialFi. So exciting. And these, we'll go through this, right? I would put Opus AI, bam, right? Because I don't know any of this. Some of y'all might know it, but that's how wide open it is, everybody, right? So SoFi, wide open, right? And again, I would put Opus AI right up there, right? So there's a lot of them that are working on it. There's some apps, social media, things like that. Monetization, managing incentives fairly across all stakeholders has been a key design principle of Web3 applications, which is made possible by the DAO model, decentralized autonomous organizations, right? SocialFi apps take it one step further by using the concept of social tokens or in-app utility tokens. In the world of DeFi and even GameFi, we often see utility tokens that are used to drive in-app economics. With SocialFi, we have social tokens that mark the third tier of the economy. These tokens are not just at the application level, but can be created at the user level. Creators can now manage their own economies through social tokens, or maybe through a stamp, right? Imagine being able to log in somewhere, create a stamp, and now there you go. You're having an event, bam, 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 throwing out stamps, throwing out collectibles, throwing out all kinds of amazing, cool digital assets. That's awesome, man. That's what Web3 is really all about. So now here, every user with meaningful brand equity can have their own token. For instance, Elon Musk can have his own token and a mini economy that functions around it. The value of the token will be directly proportional to the social clout of the user. So here down here is examples, okay? Only those who hold a creator's social token can engage with their posts. Therefore, in our example, if you want to engage with Elon Musk's post, you would need to hold his social token in your wallet. So could you see why that would have utility? You know, we've been talking, and I was here in Apex this morning or early this afternoon, talking about how everybody wants, go to the moon. Let's get this token. It's going to $1 million. Let's do all this. And nobody even knows what it's for, man. Right? There's use cases for these things. Do you see why that token would have value? Anybody? I mean, you throw it in the comments. Can you see why you're now able to engage with Elon Musk? Why that that token, social token that he created, would have value? There's value there, right? It's not just some vaporware, not just some magical internet money. I mean, there has to be use cases. We got to stop with the stupidness, right? This space is very. There's a lot of technology here, and we need to start using it for that purpose. And that's the idea. So if
I was going to say that it sounds like a membership or a subscription.
There you go.
Because if he puts that out and wants to give out, not his latest rocket fuel formula, but if he's got tips or something else that he's got going on and he wants to reward his loyal followers, the people that own his token, he can give that information out to just them, or they get to ask questions or whatever, or maybe get invited to a launch, who knows? But having that would have perks, fire perks.
Fire perks. Fire perks.
Yeah. Trump did something very similar for his NFT holders, right? If you held a certain number of those, you got to actually go to a dinner, an in-house dinner with him. So
we have community members. Got to go to Mar-a-Lago. You're right, bro. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's amazing. That's all you're talking about. That is utility. That's a use case. There's things to this token or NFT or stamp or whatever you want to call it, right? There are reasons for it. So if you'd like to get the attention of an influencer, your message can be listed at the top of the responses if you hold the highest number of social tokens, right? That's a cool use case, right? Creators and influencers can set thresholds that will allow followers with more than a certain number of their social tokens to message them directly. Direct DMs, right? Because you have their social token. Artists who have a huge following can create a subscription model in their social token for those who would like to have premium access to their creative content. Or maybe just like special merch, right? We've talked about all these things, right? When a user wants to engage with someone's content, either through a like or a share, it costs them money or those tokens, right? These are simple use cases, right? But it really gets you to start understanding okay, I get it. I mean, SocialFi, just like all of this media that I've all been doing and using before, but now it's going, there you go. Tokens for backstage access. That's absolutely right.
Maybe you get to meet DJ Snoopadelic.
Or DJ Firefork. That's right. That's right. That's right. But yes, Snoopadelic. But you know, I mean that's like anything. Talk with Tim. We used to talk about sitting watching courtside Michael Jordan, right? Once a year.
Yep.
What a awesome token that would be, you know?
Yep.
Be with the legend, and we're watching the Bulls, and he's ragging on them.
The box seats up there, and you know, either courtside or up in the box, you know, and getting to mingle and hang out with everybody.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy. Now, and like I said, this was another one: censorship and freedom of speech. And it is. I don't think it is. I know people are like, they don't like the. There you go. I love that dinner. So
Somebody just dox themselves.
But that's awesome. You know, hey, shout it from the rooftops. That's what he's talking about. He got those NFTs, and he was able to go and do something that not many of us ever get to do. Right? Beautiful. So this one, censorship and freedom of speech, it is tricky. It's kind of goofy. I don't know how it got so messed up here, because it is. I don't care what, you know, we're on spaces or not. That you know, cancel stuff is garbage, right? People don't understand what freedom of speech is. They don't even get it. A lot of it's supposed to be, you know, it's supposed to offend you. It's supposed to be shocking. It's supposed to make you think, right? You're not supposed to be in an echo chamber, hearing your own stupid little group talk. You should be out and you should hear a lot of ideas, because that's what gets you thinking. And freedom of speech, you shouldn't be kicked off a platform because you say something offensive. That's ridiculous. And I'm just being straight. That's how I feel. So another thing that this will bring, and listen, hopefully, you know, even on our, you know, the own with Opus AI, listen, it's open, right? It will be an open network. Good. If there's something on there that's offensive, it doesn't matter. I mean, everybody's going to be their own creator, whatever they're going to do on there. Oh, well, right? That's what freedom of speech is. And that's what being, you know, non-censorship, like at least X has started to come back with all that, because you do need this open platform where people can be free to do whatever they think is right. Right. And just because you don't agree, it doesn't make it hate speech. It doesn't matter. Right. So that's a big one. And it will correct all that, because look, you get a bunch of whatever, and some crazy Nazis or whatever on there doing something, they will be shunned by the group, right? No one would. You're not going to get tokens. You're not going to get you. It'll just automatically happen, everybody. But it's on there. There you go, right? Your message sucks, right? There you go. And now you know that that's the point, right? Let the free ideas go, and whatever flies, it flies. That's what freedom of speech is, and that's what we don't like is censorship.
I think there was a just to add on that, I think there was a recent clip of you know, is it Dana White, who heads up the UFC?
Yeah.
And one of the reporters from whatever media it was, but he said, you know, hey, you give your fighters a long leash to say what they want. And I think they were commenting on one of the wars going on in the world. And he basically stopped him and said, what leash? I don't have anybody on a leash. He goes, I don't know why you would use that. He goes, this is America. It's freedom of speech. If you don't like what he said, then, you know, take that up with him or whatever. But I'm never going to control anyone. There's no leash to be held or at any length. Which was just a great comment. He goes, you know, these guys, they could say whatever they want. And he goes, that's what America's based on. Yeah. So it was just a really cool clip. He was like, I don't know where you come up with this long leash thing, because I got nobody on a leash.
Right.
But he's all about freedom of speech. And he goes, you don't like it, then don't listen to him. But you know, it's not up to me to tell him what to say or what not to say.
Yeah, to censor anybody. Yeah. No, 100%. And that's why, you know, that's why I'm excited. There's a lot of things to be excited here. Not only all the excitement of the bull market, but things like this. You know, it was getting a little weird over out there where it was going, where everybody's afraid to say something. I mean, that's not right. I don't care who you are. It's just kind of goofy to even self-censor yourself. You're like, you know, I don't know. They joke, Apex and Austin. You know, I had NFT Peppy making my little jokes, bro. I got shut down with that real quick, but I shouldn't have. That's just kind of that goofiness going off in your head. You know what I mean? So, digital ownership and identity, right? That's another one. The emergence of picture for proof, PFP, NFTs have created a form of digital identity like never before. I am my ape and the ape is me has become the slogan of the $18 billion market. PFP NFTs are collections like Bored Ape Yacht Club, Moonbirds, CryptoPunk, Monsters, Bees, and more. There you go, right? NFT holders create an emotional attachment to, and we all do. We love our NFTs, right? The coolest thing about the monsters is you get to dress them like nothing other than these NFTs. I can put the traits that I want on there. It's not just going to be a minted thing. I get to choose the city that I want to represent. Those are amazing things that can be part of an NFT. That really gets you an amazing attachment to the ecosystem, what the monsters are doing, right? So yeah, while emotional identity is an abstract concept, NFT by design is proof of ownership. Therefore, if a user wants to create a SocialFi profile, they can use their NFTs as their profile picture and confirm ownership of the NFT just by connecting their wallet. If I pulled it up, I think many of us seen it. You can. That's right, Connie. Absolutely, I love that. This will be a new saying. But you've seen it on the Monster My.City website. You connect your monster, you connect your X account, and then there you go. You're in the game. So it combines both your social media, your PFP, and now the game. When you go into the portal, it's using both of these things. This is Web3, man. It's pretty amazing. It's it's crazy. Two key challenges that SocialFi must overcome. And here we go. Scalability, infrastructure. How easy is an app, right? Can you scale an app? That's beautiful. And sustainable economic model. There you go. That's huge. People don't understand that part. Pretty substantial ecosystem, right? To be able to sustain and allow for whatever rewards, perks, all of these amazing things that are in the game. It's going to have to be sustainable throughout the next 250 years, right? That's what I say. I think 250 years. Scalable infrastructure. Again, I'm not going to go through all this, but Facebook generates 4 petabytes. That's a lot of data. Okay. Every minute, 510,000 comments are posted. 293,000 statuses are updated. 4 million posts are liked. 130. So that's data, everybody. That platform has to be able to sustain all that. And there you go. That's why you need a light, very cool app built on top of a blockchain, like a layer 2. It's amazing, right? You have to have these type of things. People have thought up these kind of things. That's what you need in a SocialFi. Here's this one, DeSo, the blockchain layer that is being created for SocialFi apps to be built on. So this DeSo. Just saying, sustainable economic model. The hardest part of Mode DeFi and its derivative business model is creating economic models that sustain through stress and outlier scenarios. Be it GameFi or SocialFi, there are several platforms promising very high incentives for their participants. Yet these incentives have so far proven to be short-term growth hacks. There you go. You need that. A lot of people promise the pie in the sky. That's not going to happen, right? When people are kind of have no idea on how to sustain that model. So that was just, again, once over of what it looks like, right? This other thing, I just want to real quick, let me zoom in a little bit. Just key insights. This is just talking about, again, the whole SocialFi type idea. The rise of social tokens and the creator economy on Web3 is the precursor to the broader SocialFi moment we are seeing now. So, social tokens, creator economy, all these influencers, just kind of building on a platform other than TikTok, YouTube. Again, you start looking at the app where you got all these events that are just showing up. People know where to go. People know where to go and it's been curated, right? You're not just throwing up things there that nobody even knows what they're talking about. You have curated almost, awesome content where you want to go learn, educate, places you want to go network, things like that, right? The focus on distribution mechanisms over active markets in the crypto scene has evolved, making the idea of having markets from day one very interesting. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not going to go through all these. Here's another one: the combination of NFTs, fungible tokens, and decentralized credentials is creating a renaissance of new applications that require mixing different technologies together to achieve innovative ideas. They are, and you're going to see a lot of that really start spinning up. So let's look at this here. I wanted to talk about this. Is like I said, you're not even just the marketing part of it, just what's it going to do for businesses. So the shift from traditional content creation platforms to Web3 decentralized ecosystems. I want to highlight how blockchain technology empowers creators with direct ownership and control over their own content. So if you look at this, and again, I'm just showing you, this is influencer marketing. I know we're not talking about like any of us are marketing with influencers or things like that, but you should see how it's switched. And Tim, you would appreciate this. I mean, this is all regular ad spend, right? So you're spending on Facebook, Google, right? You're just throwing out ads, right? That's what the gray line is here, okay? But this red, all of a sudden, after around 2020, 21, influencer marketing has now taken over, right? So individual people, right, instead of using a platform, that's not going to get bigger. Oh, there we go. That's better. No, it's not. I'll stay here. But that has been more impactful than you just running ads on Facebook or on Google Ads, right? Using an influencer, and even too, like Matt Gary, he talks about it when he's on Spaces all the time. People are always asking them to do promos, right? They get more of an ad spend, ad bang out of that than if they were going to just throw ads on a YouTube with the pre-rolls, right? They're going to get more out of doing that with Matt Gary and his following. So there's been a great transition from ad-based revenue models to direct monetization through tokens and NFTs. You're going to see that as a huge one as we start getting into this Web3 space and what that's going to look like. So this is just giving you an idea. Major platforms, influencer marketing spending growth is outpacing ad revenue growth on every major platform starting in 2023. And now we're in 2024. So TikTok, it's really, they're racking it up over there. Instagram, Facebook, really all, and that's wild, isn't it, Tim? I'm just saying. In Facebook, 0.1, bro, of just regular, because I used to run Facebook ads all the time, and that's wild to me. Now it's all influencer marketing on Facebook. That's something, right?
Well, just to clarify, I think that's the growth chart. So they're still selling tons of ads. All right. It's just that it's not growing. They'd rather throw their money at influencers, right? So it's just outpacing the growth.
I got you. Yep. You're right. And it is. Yeah, that's the growth from year to year. I got you.
Don't think that Facebook isn't making tons of money off their ads right there.
But
I see plenty of them.
Right. And that's the other thing we used to talk about, everybody. And this is just right, like I said, this is the red is influencer marketing. This is just running ads on their platform. The problem with it, right, is you're going to get 50, maybe 40%. And we know everybody creates fake accounts, right? That's the problem. Not only for us individually, this is going to be a better, model, this Web3 thing, but it's for business as well. Imagine if they could just get rid of all the wasted spending that they're doing with these ads. If you're getting in front of real people and they have, real accounts, right? They're really engaged. How much better is that for a business that can get that type of eyeballs on their products, right? Especially, like I said, more engaged ones. Again, look at how, you see this app working, at least that we get to play with, right? You're seeing the people that are the most active. They're collecting stamps. You see, whatever. And I'm not saying the company sees it, but if you're an individual, you can see, hey, I collected 150 stamps. I got so many puzzle pieces. You are a very active person. And that's an amazing thing for yourself and for a company that is looking for people who they want to be engaged and be a real part of their community, give rewards to, do those kind of things with, so they could be also as like brand ambassadors as well. So I'm just saying, Didn't mean to hang out there too long, but it's wild, that it's really shifting, right? That's why this creator economy, this Web3 stuff is going to be so huge. Everyone knows. I mean, anybody that shops, it as well. You're going to always put widget reviews. You're always going to put widget reviews in Google to figure out if you want this widget. You're always going to look for the social proof. You're going to look for a real person that's maybe saying, oh yeah, I love this widget, right? It fits perfectly in my car. I don't know, right? You're looking for that social proof, and that's why this is all a big deal. Everybody, I mean, it's huge.
I think that chart you showed up above, the timing just kind of lined up with the launching of YouTube, it becoming big. I'm in the fishing market, right? Like I love tournament fishing and all that stuff. I'm more apt to buy stuff that somebody I follow says is a new bait. It's a new technique. Man, this thing's a bomb. I'm catching so many fish on it, versus watching a fishing show on TV and it breaks for commercial, right? Mm-hmm. I'm more in tune with that person I'm following and more apt to buy that product. And I think that's the switch in that graph here, is that all these content creators had an opportunity. They had a platform to put themselves out on, and we see it. There's people on Facebook. My wife follows just all these different makeup people and beauty people and all their advice, and they market their things, right? They get affiliate links and all this stuff. So I think that just lines up perfectly with the timing of it pulling away from ads and going to content creators, right?
Yep, 100%. I mean, it's just a better, it's easier. It's better for the kind of, whether you want to call them fans or customers or whatever, or community. It's just a better type of, revenue, I think, or whatever.
Well, I'll just say, Ray, as a marketer, we're told to make up an avatar of our perfect customer. Mm-hmm. The influencer is basically the avatar of our perfect customer. So if Matt Gary is a surfer and he has tons of surfers following him, then it's easier to get Matt to go out on a new surfboard, because thousands of people follow him to see what he's surfing on and doing whatever, or fishing with D-Ray. They are becoming the avatar that you want, right? So if you want a surfer guy and it's Matt Gary, or he's a hockey player, right? So if you want to know what kind of skates he likes to use, or all this kind of stuff, then you would say, oh, Matt, you got thousands and millions of people watching you, and they like to hear your hockey stories because he wears CCMs or whatever, Bowers or whatever. And he's your guy who is your customer avatar. And that's why people follow him, to get that information. So, I mean, if you want to do the work and write an ad the right way, you have to create your perfect person. You can't just say, oh, my area is this, zone over here, so I'm just going to make a big circle and send everybody a hockey ad, when not everybody in that circle is a hockey player. That's why you're going with somebody who's into hockey or into whatever your perfect customer looks like. And that's what influencers are, because they just talk about what they love, and they end up, getting those followers. And so that's why you would want to go with them. It just makes it easier, to get in front of your target audience.
Oh yeah, 100%. Absolutely, man. This next one is let's see here. Talking about the, I know I kind of went into this one already, but social platforms will, offer new revenues for creators to monetize their work and engage with their audience. There's going to be new ways to do it, right? The role of decentralized finance and providing creators with more financial tools and opportunities. But then this one right here, what we're talking about, the censorship and control. I'll just touch on it again because it's a big deal. I mean, SocialFi can provide a balance by combining censorship resistance at the chain level with user controls for individual spaces. So, and it's just giving an example. On-chain data, including all publicly viewable posts on the platform, is parsed and labeled by rules engines based on the topic and nature of the words or images used, right? I know it's a little bit, a little technical. Individual nodes can choose which labels to block versus engage with, placing control and responsibility for the endorsement of harmful posts with users. right? And that's kind of one way where you could kind of somewhat toe the line, right? If you were still putting in some censorship, because there's going to have to be maybe some, right? You don't want people to be talking about, I don't know, how to start a war or something. You want violence on the platform and things like that. But yes, I'm sure there's going to have some kind of censorship places here and there. But again, I'm more like I said, more of a libertarian, wide open. Listen, it's there's a lot of stuff that's going to be offensive, a lot of stuff that's just going to be maybe just that not your cup of tea. But listen, you could just turn it off, right? But it's a big deal. Let me go down here and challenges.
I think it needs to get where it's you can self censor that, right? Like, and X, I know, is a platform that has that. When this portal thing come out, the portal coin, which was a SocialFi token, it clogged up so many people's feed that they actually went into the app and muted that word. So they censored it themselves, right?
Yeah.
And that's what decentralization should be. That's what Web3 should be. If there's a word or a topic that you don't like, then you should have that power yourself to go censor it, and that's what it's got to turn into, should turn into, in my view.
Great point, man. I didn't know that they did that with the portal thing. So they just individual accounts just censored it, and just you can do that with keywords.
Oh yeah, you can go in and just mute certain words.
Oh, we need a class. We need a class on. Yeah, I didn't see. I'm just getting on X myself. We're over here on YouTube. But yes, that's a great point, because that's great. That's exactly what you should do. It should be up to you individually. 100%. Right on. Challenges and opportunities in Web3 for creators. Of course, there's going to be challenges. It's not going to be skipping through the daisies, right? Such as platform complexity, right? I think a lot of us have been dealing how technical and maybe not how everybody understands what Web3 is, what a wallet is. Why would you need to be having an NFT? How is it connected to an app? There's a lot of things, right? The whole complete digital divide from what they're used to, right? Insights, how do creators navigate the technical aspects of a blockchain and cryptocurrency? These are all things that this is what this, I think that we centered around this channel is education and just helping people kind of navigate and work through this space over what they're doing on spaces and how they're up there 24/7, 7 days a week, right? I'm sure that there's going to be more places where they can help with maybe doing breakouts, right? Where if you wanted a little bit more personal type help, setting up wallets or getting over here and setting up your account on X so it could be plugged into the Opus AI. There are going to be a lot of those type of things, right? Because we're very centered on education. The importance of community support is huge to us. We have all kinds of different channels, like Discords, and now, like I said, I know they think they're doing Telegrams when they were mentioning today on X, and to just help educating, the creation and transition to Web3. People are going to need that. But the complexity of the technology, it can be difficult, and we do need to understand that, right? We need to be patient and help people really. Like I said, it's more that unlocking, right? That people need. They fully don't get why everybody, at least that's in here in this space, is so excited. Why we would sit there and do a YouTube show 5 days a week, and we have our ad revenue turned off. Why would we do that? Right. And it's because, again, we believe in what's being built. We believe in this ecosystem. We believe in the technology across the entire space. The better that we do with educating people and we've become this more trusted space, the better we're all going to do, especially even if you're looking individually. That's the whole idea. What we should all be thinking is carving out your space in this ecosystem, or just in crypto or Web3, wherever you think you fit, right? On something that you want to talk about, what your passion is, right? Then you need to start working on that and creating that content, whether it's writing, creating videos, doing graphic designs, making memes, whatever the content creation is, you need to start just pumping it out, right? Because as this all spins up and stands up, you're going to be a great thing that people will recognize. Oh, look, okay, I remember you. You were helping me get that Opus app. right? They're always going to be known and being able to kind of recognized for helping in this spot or creating attention, right, to the app or whatever it is, right? Just saying, that's the point. That's what you need to start understanding. You're a co-founder, right? You're a part of this entire space, and you should look at it like that. All right, let me see here. A new concept for digital ownership, right? And it is. Blockchain technology is redefining concept of digital ownership and intellectual property. The implications of smart contracts in protecting creators' rights. The IP stuff is huge. We've talked about it time and time and again. Very big deal. And the ever evolving legal frameworks that we have to adapt to this new paradigm of digital ownership. There's a lot of things that we don't know right yet. I mean, I think it's probably really going to start to come into focus 2024, 2025, especially the legal framework and what that looks like, the guardrails that we've been talking about for years. But NFTs are digital tokens, and just like other cryptocurrencies, they just have a special, unique thing, right? It offers true ownership by offering a distinctive, verifiable, and tamper-proof relationship between the owner and the asset. NFTs offer true ownership of digital assets. This idea of ownership encompasses the metaverse, Web3, virtual worlds, and other realms as well. Whatever the platform you're using, that NFT can represent that you are the owner, and everything that you are collecting or putting in that wallet, whatever you're doing, it belongs to that NFT that's in that wallet. Because that NFT, I think many of us, if we've been in the Discord, when you had to connect your B, right? You had to connect your B so the Discord would open up and you'd see other places that you could explore, take part of. And that's a basic use case, right? But that's what Web3 really looks like. It opens up when you go into the socialbees.io and you connect your bee, and then you see the bee honey and all the things where you can claim and do all the amazing things there. That's Web3. It's awesome. Interoperability. NFTs may be purchased, sold, and traded across several markets and blockchain networks. They are not restricted to a particular platform or ecosystem. A larger and more varied audience for NFTs is ensured via interoperability. Interoperability, that's huge, right? It would be a great platform where you can go cross-chain. Yeah, you're taking all of the, like we talked about with GameFi, you're taking all of the things that you gathered up in Fortnite, and now you're over jumping over in Call of Duty, and you're just as leveled up as you were in Fortnite. That's interoperability, and that is amazing. That's when gaming and GameFi will explode. When they see that stuff happening, that's huge. And then look at this, digital treasures. We like treasures. NFTs cover a wide range of digital treasures, including in-game objects, virtual real estate, and art. NFTs are being used more often by artists, makers, and collectors to interact with and make money from digital material. We've seen that when you're doing DeFi. It was crazy to put in a couple different tokens, mash them together, create a liquidity pool token, and then stake it in there, and then you get rewards. We didn't even know what we were doing, right? We're just putting tokens together. But now that we've been doing it, I get it. You can see in the future where you're going to do this with all kinds of assets, right? This is why we're trying to teach you to understand the technology. You're going to be able to use these assets, not as an ATM machine that how fast can I sell it when it goes up to its all-time high? You don't want to sell. Maybe, obviously, you would want to take profits, do things like that, what you're going to do. That's not my idea. I see the opportunity of taking these things and you can mash them together, create liquidity pools, do something over here and stake them over here. You can do something with these assets and they're making you money without selling them. I mean, how many of us played Monopoly, right? Did you try to sell your hotels as fast as possible? No. You were making your houses on all Park Place and Boardwalk, and then you tried to make those houses in the motels as fast as you could, because when people landed on those things, you raked it in, right? Again, I know Monopoly is very basic tenet, but you need to understand these concepts, right? Again, I'm not giving you financial advice, but that's what this space is about. We've been saying how you operate like a bank. You can use these things and do things like banks do and do microloans and do is a lot. And that, I mean, I'm off on a tangent now, but anyways, just gets exciting, right? Because you know what all of this is building towards, and to have a position and just lock in and just get to work, build, do your thing, right? And let it all happen. It's going to happen. We all believe in the technology. It's not going anywhere. I know we're done with saying it's just the beginning, but it still is. You see these people just barely starting their ETFs, right? It is. There's a lot going on, and it's exciting.
We know you were showing that thing with digital treasures. We know a project that where you can own an NFT and actually get digital treasures dropped. Yep. The crown monster.
100%, bro. Good one too.
And they get a drop in 5 days and 23 hours.
That's right. 5 days. Is that what it is?
It is.
Oh, a solared. What's it called? Solar powered?
I'm not even gonna try.
Interplanetary.
Yes.
Solarized.
It's a fancy crate.
It's a glowing crate. That's right. I love it. It's beautiful. Decentralized web or Web3. Decentralization. By utilizing decentralized technologies like blockchain, Web3 wants to get away from centralized models of online services. Decentralization gives individuals more autonomy over their data and digital experiences while improving security and reducing censorship. It is huge. And this right here, man, I can't even highlight anymore, but autonomy over their data. This is huge, right? We keep talking about how, you own your assets of your cryptocurrencies, your NFTs. I have it on a ledger. I have it on a treasure. I have it on a cold storage. That's great, right? We have our keys. It's our crypto. But what about your data? What if you could control that, right? And when you go and you give somebody access to your credit report, right? What if you could take that away in like 30 minutes? They could look at it for 30 minutes and then I'll take that right away. They can't look at it anymore. This is huge stuff we're talking about. This is why it's very cool, this space, this autonomy and this sovereignty that you get over here, right? We should own everything who we are, whether it's our assets, our identity, all of that. They don't get that right anymore. And that's the kind of things, that's what I'm talking about, unlocking people from that mindset. It's ridiculous. I've been frustrated with it when you see people in the governments and just when they talk about laws that they want to create, and they're like, well, what are you afraid of hiding? If we want to look, what are you scared? No, you have no right. You have no right to just look into me, whatever you want. None. I don't care. So use sovereignty. Web3 empowers users to govern their digital identities, data, and interactions, giving them authority over their online experiences. User sovereignty is a concept that is consistent with the notion of actual ownership in the digital sphere. Absolutely. 100%. So up there, symbiotic relationship between NFTs and Web3. Been saying this. I know anybody that's a viewer, as we've been saying that's the ticket right there. Your NFT is the thing that's going to hold all of that data, the information, the assets. It's all in that NFT. That's your identifier for that wallet. Blockchain-backed blockchain technology is used by NFTs to offer irrefutable proof of ownership and, provenance and scarcity, right? That you can't fudge the numbers. That's why this technology is so amazing. Cross-platform interactions, we touched on that. Advantages of Web3 and NFTs, authenticity of provenance, innovation and creativity. It's going to allow you to just it's going to allow you to collaborate, man. You can without being fear of somebody taking your idea, you can collaborate across platforms, across all kinds of different projects, and you create this amazing innovation, right? And it's yours. It's proven on the chain. Somebody can't steal it, take it, and run with it and say they originally come up with it, right? That's great. Interoperability, again, cross chains, all kinds of different things. Future ownership of digital assets. expanding use cases. NFTs are anticipated to be used in a range of sectors, including gaming, virtual real estate, education, and more. They will become more useful as Web3 platforms and browsers advance. Taxes, all kinds of stuff. You know, your insurance, your many different things NFTs are going to be used for. Digital identity services, growth of Web3 ecosystems. The Web3 ecosystem will keep growing, providing a variety of tools, services, and applications that enables users to interact with decentralized web. That's another thing. You know, people that are builders and ideas, creators, you know, start looking where you could do some of this: tools, services, applications. What do we used to talk about? The big gold mining rush. Everybody's going out to San Francisco, California area, West Coast, trying to get the gold. And what were the people making most money? What were they building?
Selling the shovels.
Shovels, pickaxes, all the tools, right? That's what you want to do. That's the idea. So I went on a little bit. I have more, but I don't want to hold up. I know we're coming up. We're past 9 o'clock now. But, you know, the role of AI, this is another huge concept we didn't even touch on, but it's going to streamline content creation for you in a huge and major way. And you need to not be afraid of it. You need to play around with it however you want to, and just explore, man. Don't be afraid. You're not going to blow it up. It's not going to come and, you know, be like the Terminator and come after you, right? Play around. Do some things with it. Use your AI, generate new content. So there's these plays. I'm going to scroll through real quick. Look at some of this stuff with is this Coca-Cola? Anybody see this? I'm not going to even play but you see it. We don't even play the volume. But this was amazing. I think Apex brought this up a while ago. It's a great AI generated commercial. And it's Coca-Cola using that. Look at that. Right? That's what I'm saying is, man, this is all available to all of us, everybody. You, me, anybody can do this now with AI because they created all of this, right? A painting coming alive, throwing it to other paintings, right? That's awesome stuff, man. So you whether you know, Hollywood, these writers, a lot of them are a little upset because this is opening it up to all of us, right? You want to be a creator, you want to do movies or animations, it's right now. It's at your fingertips. Even to creating the content for that animation, you can use ChatGPT. It's all there. But look at that. I mean, it's a great commercial, and like I said, I'll stop it there because there is. You keep going. We know ChatGPT. Image generations is Midjourney and DALL-E. Video content creation in video AI, Pictory. Audio content, PlayHT, Natural Reader, many different ones here. Down here, grammar. I use this sometimes. Obviously, if I want to make sure that I'm, you know, I don't have any punctuation errors and no misspellings. Style enhancements. There's all kinds of tools. Audience engagement. You know, these things are super helpful if you're a content creator. And then curate. You can have AI send you stuff every morning, exactly what you want to read. Right? It's going to curate the content for you. And as it gets to know you more and more, and it sees the time you spend on this website or the things that are more interesting to you, right? It's going to serve that stuff up to you even more. So, like I said, it's just wild, man. The things that are going on, and yeah, that's it. I won't keep going on the AI stuff because there's a lot. That's a whole nother realm. Because again, you know, that's the other cool thing when you're on the Opus AI app, you can see there's an AI companion. If you open it up and we get enough stamps, we get enough puzzle pieces, opens up another piece, and now AI in the palm of your hand. This is a powerful app, and why I'm so excited that they went this social finance way, right? Because social media, it is everything, everybody. I mean, this is what the world is going towards. We are social creatures. We need each other. And when you can kind of verify all this with their real people, they're really doing real activities, doing amazing things like that. It's going to change the game. And that's why I'm kind of pumped about what's going on here. So let me stop that and get back on here. Am I still on here? Yeah. I got too many windows open.
You're on a roll.
On a roll, man.
Nobody wanted to interrupt. I was throwing up some of these comments and everything while you were going. So
yeah.
A lot of those voices were heard.
Thank you. Any no questions though, right? I think Matt Gary, me and him might get together tomorrow. Tim and Dusty, or maybe FOMO will be on tomorrow. But either or, I think we're going to be getting maybe a big influx of some peeps, maybe tomorrow, Wednesday. And at the end of the show, we want to start a Q&A, right? So it might be 10, 15 minutes at the end of the show. Anybody going to just cut me off if I don't know the time, and we'll just do Q&As. And they got a lot of questions, right? Be good, right?
Sounds good.
Real IRL, or not IRL, but real world interaction, right? Because we do, that's the idea. And even too, that if we do figure it out, and it might be tomorrow or Wednesday, and we do figure that it might be a big influx of new people, we might just kind of go across the whole spectrum of what's exciting here, right? Why blockchain's amazing, why we're excited about Web3, why AI and how it melds with cryptocurrency. There's a lot. So maybe just kind of an overview of everything. We'll see. Look at that.
There it is.
I like that.
The ultimate grill. The ultimate grill. And then there you can see that fancy crate. The fancy crate, the FAFO crate. As they
This is the FAFO.
And another important thing to probably pull up is in the app, this game piece, which was the bonus gameplay piece, launched, was it last Tuesday at 8 a.m.? Anyway, it said in parentheses that this was running for 173 hours. Could run longer, but it's not even sharing that, is it?
No.
Nope.
Let me pull it up.
Yeah, you got to, if you share all screens.
Gotcha. There we go.
There you go.
There we go. Anyway, this was the big stamp, the main stamp that we wanted everybody to collect, and you can see that there's 5,740 people that have collected this stamp. But in the app, it said it would run in parentheses for 173 hours.
Oh.
And by our calculations, that runs out tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern.
Oh.
So it could be extended, but if you know anybody that has not scanned this yet, make sure you send it out tonight just to be safe.
I like it. Good one there, Sniper. That's good. That's why you got to come here. People looking at all kinds of stuff, right? Good stuff.
I'd say that was a nugget alert.
That is a nugget alert. Even though he doesn't, like you said, he don't know for sure. But yes, that's he's looking at the code. He's looking at the numbers, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Those words mean something.
We need to get past this. We need some more stamps. It's like a digital prohibition around here. It's like a portal opened in a dry county or something. We're all thirsty. We're all thirsty. It's time to have a drink.
It is. You have to. Because let me gotta throw this in. Let me do it. That's it, man. Gotta have a monster. Gotta get you that code. Thank you, Sabina. Good to see you.
Robin sharing with the granddaughter over the weekend. Very nice. Very nice.
Right on. Awesome.
So ready for SOS. Yeah. Share our stamps.
Share our stamps. Send our stamps. No? Share. Is it share?
Share it. Send it.
Send it. Yeah. Cool, man. Well,
sharing is caring.
Go do some mobbing.
Yeah, this is mobbing time, man. So I appreciate everybody over here, watching, our audience, and thank you for the comments. If you'd like, smash it, right? Smash the like button. It helps the algorithm. Share it, and then after the show, throw some comments in there. That helps as well. So we really appreciate y'all, and we're going to get back over to X, the great migration, and we're going to head it back from YouTube over to X, and we appreciate those guys over there crushing it and doing the mobbing, and good stuff. Love Spaces, man.
Drop in the comments what you learned about SoFi. so that when people get to wondering, hey, what's SoFi? And they actually type it in, it will actually pull up this video because there's a lot of comments about SoFi.
Right on. That's it. And that does help. You're right. That's exactly that. Because you can search stuff like that. So your comments, not in the chat here, but after the show below, helps people categorize and find that stuff. Right on, bro. Appreciate it.
Let's go.
All right, everybody. We will see you tomorrow on Taco Tuesday. Great info. Thank you, Larry. Hey, what's up, Larry? Good to see you, man. That's my buddy. Yeah, good to see you. So let me hit this. It's the year of the monster, and we're going into the portal. So back to X, back to spaces. Get the mobbing going. Thank you. Have a good one.